Welcome. I am Crimey Queen, and if you are joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we have fun with words and numbers, numerology to be precise. Of course, with numerology, we use that as a tool to help us actualize self-full love. So our main goal is to actualizing self-full love. There is an emphasis, yes, on the fullness of love that we can replenish ourselves, our bodies, our minds with. So far, I have been doing presentations and really concentrating on our physical being. I have done that, our hands, our heads, and toes and feet. And because these are all numbers and give us that perfect representation of who we are or aspects of who we are. So, of course, that's the place to go. It's like kindergarten. We learn to count our fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once I caught a fish alive. Isn't it funny, of course, with that being fish, and not many people know how to fish. So it's no wonder Christ said to his disciples, "Come, I'll make you fishers of men." So in fact, that just reminds me, and that wasn't the intention for this presentation, but I'm going to nip it in. When I thought about fishers of men, and I saw a female walking with fishnet tights, I thought, isn't it amazing how those words have been used um, for men to fish? We could say to fish women. So women are wearing fishnet tights, of course, which is meant to be very sexy. Hmm, need I say more? Okay, so let's get back onto what I really want to talk about in this presentation is that I did a presentation, well, few presentations on the first word, first master number, the first word of the Bible that consists of a master number. So it's the first master number word. We'll get it right. As I say, we're having fun. And of course, that is created, which also reminds me, of course, that's the numerical value for the word Jesus. So we see there is a direct correlation here that where people are arguing whether Christ was created or whether he is God, but we just see there is a direct correlation with the number 11, right? We've created. And I have done many presentations that show that we all come from that creation, okay, or created, or it seemed like, okay. The point as well that I want to make here is that after looking at one of the presentations, and I saw how the number 9 is also it also is 11, the master number. There again. So let's do this. I was really working on the word created. Oh, I still have it on here, created. And I have the numerical values, which is 3, 9, 5, 1, 2, 5, 4. Before I go on, if this is new to you, I have several presentations on the template to numerology. So I have a template to numerology, which is this that I call sacrifice. It is called sacrifice, meaning every letter has a numerical value from 1 to 9. And so we have manipulated the position of some of the letters, meaning it doesn't go in sequence as we have learned the alphabet, but rather in columns accordingly. So here we have jazz, we have bucket, luck or look, development, new, fox, gypsy journey, headquarters zone, and inland revenue. I say it like this because I think if you are really watching this presentation, is that you have the mind to be able to understand this. Okay. It also means that when we add all these three um, columns or any of the columns, we arrive at a common denominator, and it has showed in a series of 369, 369. Let's do this. 369, 369, 369. So we can see that there is a pattern. So when we are talking about numbers and the letters of the alphabet, we can see how they were designed to work in unison or for whatever purpose or however people are choosing to use it, but there is um, a mathematical combination or harmony that is present here. Okay, I also use water, and I love to be able to remember water, though water can be very emotional. Um, Water is emotion, and that's what it was all about when God saw the face of the deep. So it was the Spirit of God looked upon the face of the waters. So that would be emotion going on here. So we have waters here. We had waters before, but we have stuck to water because in actual fact it really does it does render its purpose here quite adequately. We could see in the middle of sacrifice is the word et, which means everything we we are talking about is to do with food, the intake or ingestation or ingestion of food. This is what we are occupied with. We can see there is the eight, of course, in the mouth. We have also understood that not only ate, the act of eating was in the mouth here, but we have also seen, knowing that Eve represents the mouth, the tongue in the mouth represents 10. Now, I mention this in the sense that we also know when God created man, the word man also equals 10, and the word Adam equals 10. So, my 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 point or the points I've been driving through the series of presentations that I have been doing is that there was Eve before Adam, and everything came from Eve. And the story that we were given, whether it holds true or not, it is important that we go beyond that story or understand the story at a deeper level so that we can make full sense of ourselves, because it also has in it the element of how we can use the story in a balanced way to strike a sort of equilibrium. So that was one point I wanted to make on this presentation. The other one is really about, like I was saying, it's number 9. And the word created, yes, going back to created, and it equals 11 when we add all those digits together. This is 9, and 3, 12, and 5 is 7, 17, and 3, 20, 29. So 2 plus 9 is really 11. So we have that. Okay, 11. Now, to show how things are really one and the same, because we are using the symbols that have the same vibration. So basically, when we look at the word created, there is a numerical vibration that it shares with the number 9. And while I know I was really saying that in the presentation, but it's only when I reviewed the presentation I thought, aha, there was the aha moment to understand the power, we could say, of the word created, the volume of the energy that it has. Now, I have also stated that it does have several other words like eat, as we see food in the middle, eat, to the partaking of eat, or ate in the middle of created. So everything really evolved around the activity of food or ingestation. Okay. The other thing that was very important, and it is as if the word created gave us a hint as well, because after we have taken it or circled that, the ed equals 9. It's as if the end of it, um, the end of the word gave the signature of what it really means. So it's as though there is a very deep game to the whole thing. I use the word game, and I think, yes, I use the word game quite a bit, and I'm thinking because it feels like a game, and I'm just thinking there must be something, because it's like, oh, the word game has age in it. I'm just looking at that. It is me, it has age. I am just getting the sense of why I'm using it this much as well. So it has age, and it has uh well, okay, that's what I can see. Of course, it has the AM. That's the thing. It has the AM that I am right in the middle, right in the middle. So it's now I understand why um, in the game. So it's a game. The AM equals 5, and of course, Eve is in the middle of the game. That's the message I have been um, putting out there. Eve is in the middle of the game, so we have to find. It's as if there's that hide and seek. We need to find our mothers. It's as if we are in a garden or in a maze, and we are trying to find our way back home, because in the middle, it's like the tree of good and evil in the middle of the garden. So here is a very classic example of what I mean. And in the middle of the garden, right here, of course, because Eve had a direct relationship with the garden, with the tree of good, meaning the word good equals 5, 6, 6, 7, that is 10, 16, 23, 23. So the word good and evil, or it's good and, I'm trying to, is it good and evil? Let's say good and evil. I think that's what it is. I know, okay, which is alive, back to front and reverse. So this is 5, but in evil also has Mother Eve's signature. We could say the number 5. It's as if you need to have the reflection of whatever it is that you're trying to find. You need to have that relationship. There has to be an anchor. 5 is the anchor. 5 is the key. So basically, um, Mother Eve is also here. 3. So there we are, 12, and 4 would be 16, and 5 would be 16, would be 21. So 2 plus 1 equals 3. That's the vibration. The 3 is vibrations. It equals vibrations. It equals woman. It equals bread. It equals um, wine. No, it's 6. Wine is 6. But it equals blood. And so basically, that's what Christ had, or he said, remember, take this wine because it is my blood, or this bread because it is my flesh. So basically, it holds those vibrations. So going back to just let's conclude on the 9/11. This is what this is about. 9/11. Okay, so we see here that 11, which I have done, but I felt it was necessary to really understand the different facets to it. Eleven. Okay, and as I say, wherever you see all these fives, you know Mother Eve is very, very present. Okay, 4, 5, 5. So this is 10, 19, 22, and 5 is 27. So this is what I mean. This 27 and here is 9. Basically 11, when we utter 11 or when we say this word, it has a numerical value of 9. Now this makes sense to me to understand 11 at a deeper level. Here I can see where Jesus, the word Jesus, also equals 9 because I was trying to make sense of the word sacrifice with the numbers 1 to 9. We have done a lot of presentations, but had not come to that direct, simple equation to seeing how Jesus is really 9. The word Jesus, like Jesus. So it's 15131. When we add this is 4, the 5 and 5, 10, and 1, 11. So this is what we have. So this is the first master number we had, and it was the fifth letter. It is the fifth letter of the first verse of the Bible, which is of 10 words. And the 10 words, of course, as I say, the tongue equals 10. Adam equals 10. Man equals 10. Heaven equals 10. And all of that is in the mouth. All of those 10s are in the mouth. We have seen how 8 is also 10. It's in the mouth, and that means hell is also, I should mention, hell is also there because that's what the tongue represents as well. It's heaven and hell. Heaven and hell is in the power of the tongue. And so God created the heaven and the earth, we were told. And we can see how that is 2. How I will conclude on this now is that the word created, we ought to remember, it's also the word reacted. ACTED. Now, here we have this 11, which equals 11, which equals 8. When we see the word it, and God saw that it was good. He saw, meaning cut, it, because it, when we do the numerical value for it, that's 2, which means it comes to, this is 11. This equals 11. So if we were to add 1 plus 1, that would be 2. So we can see how it is also created. It was created. So it would be important to know whether we are talking about that creation was done, was not a replica, if you like, or another wave, because I have done current. It was showing another layer like Noah's Ark, something to that effect. So everything God saw, and there are times where it was saw, we see the italic. So meaning the italic could also indicate the jigsaw. Okay, all right. So This is what I think it means. I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you have found this fun. If you enjoyed this presentation, click the like button and share, because this is how we do it. We share to actualizing self-full love. Stay blessed, stay bright, be a field, because we are planting new seeds, and spill over with love.